Today, we're going to get into Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, the only fight that needs to happen. Many fighters have been avoiding Shakur Stevenson. It's a very long list of fighters. And the most recent to be added to that list is William Zepeda, promoted by Oscar De La Hoya, who made it clear that Shakur Stevenson's difficulty level would be too much for that of his fighter, William Zepeda. Now, on the other hand, you have Gervonta Tank Davis being blatantly ducked by a man who many people claimed he was ducking in Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko was offered the opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and he turned down that fight. So, with Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson both available to fight, both champions at the same weight class at lightweight, then this is a fight that many of the hardcore fans and casual fans, all the fans, want to see this fight based on the fact that both of these guys are undefeated. They both seem like fighters that are extremely hard to defeat. So it's always good to watch two fighters like that get in the ring with each other and see who's the best. And the thing is that it seems to me that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be chasing after a rematch with a guy that he already beat, rather than fighting Shakur Stevenson, who a lot of his opposition likes to claim that he's boring. And they're doing that for a reason. It's so they can use that as a strategy to try to avoid Shakur Stevenson because of his high skill and his ability to win matches against any given opponent at any given time. The fighters and the promoters are well aware that Shakur Stevenson has these abilities to be able to win matches, and that's not really something that a lot of fighters are looking forward to having on their record as a loss from Shakur Stevenson. So, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. It's the only match to make. There's no other match. Pitbull Cruz, get him out of here. We want to see Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson, he's making videos with his shirt off, calling this man out. And then you got people like the very next day saying Shakur Stevenson's not saying nothing. Just tell your fighter, rather than criticizing Shakur Stevenson, tell your fighter, send the contract over to Shakur Stevenson, but don't send him no little chump change like Devin Haney did either. Send the real contract. Send that over to Shakur, and then watch a fight happen of two of the best fighters in lightweight, head to head, skill to skill, punch to punch. Set that fight up, and then watch Shakur Stevenson come out on top. Then everybody who was talking all that stuff will know that Shakur Stevenson is the real deal. He was never boring. He was always just the best fighter. And there was always the criticism that was just meant from his opposition to hold him back. And once he defeats Gervonta Tank Davis, and he does it in convincing fashion, then everyone will know what Shakur Stevenson is really all about. People call Shakur Stevenson Shakur Twitterson. Well, you know what? I like to use Shakur Winnerson, because Shakur does nothing but win matches. And then you got people out here saying, well, they use nonsense logic like wins don't matter and stuff like that. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. The whole point is to win. The whole point is to win the match. Whoever loses is not as good as the person who won, obviously, unless the person gets robbed, but that's not what I'm talking about. There is situations in which a fighter might do better than another fighter and then they get robbed. That's different. But what I'm talking about is when a fighter just goes out there and just beats the man fair and square. So, Shakur versus Tank, the only fight to make. What do y'all think about this? Smash the like button and smash the subscribe button.